And now it's time for lefties losing it. First, let's do a welfare check on those US protesters, starting with a grown man losing it at a doll of Donald Trump. Yes, entirely sane behaviour, just like this next protester who claims Hitler and the Nazis got their ideas from America.
My friends, when we think about the Holocaust as our go-to reference point for fascism, I need us to remember it was not born out of 1940s Germany. Hitler and his cronies took notes from America, from our Jim Crow laws, from the oppression of our first peoples, and from our extreme racial segregation. That's where he got the playbook.
Now watch as the members of a movement who preach about kindness and inclusivity kindly call for officers to jump off a building. And the kindness continued after protesters found out which accommodation ICE agents were staying at and held a little demonstration they called No Sleep for ICE. So what are the Democrats doing while all this is happening? Well, they're pushing a bill banning masks for law enforcement, effectively forcing officers to endanger themselves.
And I think the concern is a lot that's happening. There are a lot of people who are engaged in these enforcement actions, and we don't know, are they federal, are they contractors, are they local law enforcement? And so we're requiring that people not have to wear masks except for some very limited exceptions, and that there be identifying information ensures that we know who is involved here.
And despite the violent protest footage we've all seen over the past week, left-wing media still insists they're peaceful. Nothing to see here, folks.
A study from the Media Research Center shows that from June 11th to the 12th, CNN and MSNBC personalities insisted the anti-ICE demonstrations were peaceful 211 times.
Say it one more time.
211 times they were peaceful.
You'd think at this point lawmakers would be trying to calm public hostilities, but some are doing the exact opposite, like Democrat North Carolina State Representative Julie von Haefen, who posted a video on social media that included this image of the No Kings protest, of a sign that read, "In difficult times, some cuts may be necessary," with an image of a guillotine and 2 decapitated heads. Classy stuff. She later posted a message condemning political violence, and her X account is now inactive. And here is Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson saying he will continue to resist.
You've never seen a society improve or expand under this type of fear. And we're going to continue to resist, and we're going to do it in many different ways, whether it's taken to the streets or to the courts.
I wonder what he means by taking it to the streets. And some Democrats are even calling for the police to tip off illegal immigrants before ICE raids happen. Here is LA City Councilwoman Imelda Padilla.
Can we use technology like AI technology to create a situation where your department can identify, hey, there's agents, non-city of LA, in a neighboring town, everyone go on alert in a way where you can support our business community and our immigrant community to know that it's time. That's something related to the lack of due process, the lack of warrants is about to hit our town.
You can't make this stuff up. Even LAPD Chief Jim McDonnell seemed fed up with the lunacy.
So you're asking me to warn you about an enforcement action being taken by another agency before it happens?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't do that.
Why not?
That would be obstruction of justice. You may want to talk to the city attorney about that.
And if you've ever wondered how these protests have become so violent, you need to look no further than lefties who have time and time again called for exactly that.
I just don't even know why there aren't uprisings all over the country, and maybe there will be.
People need to start taking to the streets. This is a dictator.
You know, there needs to be unrest in the streets for as long as there's unrest in our lives.
Enemies of the state.
Show me where it says that protests are supposed to be polite.
How do you resist the temptation to run up and wring her neck?
The biggest terror threat in this country is white men, most of them radicalized up to the right.
I have thought an awful lot about blowing up the White House.